Hello, my name is Samantha Zighelboim. I'm a professor in the School of the Arts in the Creative Writing Department. When I was asked to do this prompt, I myself am a poet, and so my brain often functions in poetry. And so when I was asked to do this flash fiction response, I immediately thought of this prose poem written by another professor at the School of the Arts, Mark Strand, who was very beloved. And I'd like to read you his poem and then talk about it and tell you what to do with it. All right. The poem is called The Mysterious Arrival of an Unusual Letter by Mark Strand. It had been a long day at the office and a long ride back to the small apartment where I lived. When I got there, I flicked on the light and saw on the table an envelope with my name on it. Where was the clock? Where was the calendar? The handwriting was my father's, but he had been dead for 40 years. As one might, I began to think that maybe, just maybe, he was alive, living a secret life somewhere nearby. How else to explain the envelope? To steady myself, I sat down, opened it, and pulled out the letter. Dear son was the way it began. Dear son, and then nothing. So you can see how prose poetry and flash fiction kind of occupy the same space sometimes. Obviously, this is an abbreviated narrative. There's a lot left off the page, and it is 114 words long. So Strand creates this kind of surreal, as he says, mysterious atmosphere into which this unusual correspondence arrives. The clocks are gone, the calendar is gone, time has been erased, and anything is possible. There's a pervasive loneliness in the details that are presented, a grief, a large, expansive grief, and a nebulous sense of reality. So your task now is going to be to, in 300 words, which is more than twice what Strand used, write a story in which an unusual correspondence arrives. You can interpret that however you like, but make sure to pay specific attention to the environment in which the speaker of the piece or the narrator or the character receives this correspondence. Thank you and happy writing.